welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about how to survive on the floors and how do you study when you're working a 40 to 70 hour week, depending on whatever rotation you're on, and you're dealing with all these different personality types. Okay, so I don't have all the answers, but I'm telling you exactly what I did to survive my first half of my third year on the floors. So here's what I do when I start in a new rotation. First thing is always learning the expectations. So sometimes we start and then we learn the expectations when we get in trouble for things. You want to learn the expectations day one. And the way you learn your expectations is by getting a mentor. When you meet this mentor, you have to ask all your questions. Okay, that's how you figure out your expectations. So once you have your expectations, you know exactly how to succeed on that rotation. After that, you have to learn this principle called less is more. In medicine, you're going to do a lot of presentation. You're going to present on patients, whether that be in medicine, whether that be in surgery. What did this patient come in with? What was his pressing concern? What is his past history? And whenever you present to your team, less is more, meaning this. What you say can and will be used against you. If you say that someone has this condition, you better have looked up that condition and known everything about it, because they will ask you. So never speak out of turn, meaning never say something that you don't completely understand. I've had many times where I've been grilled and I said certain terms and I kind of passively knew it a little bit. I've heard about it, I've heard it used in certain contexts, but I didn't understand it completely and they just grilled me. Right? And I learned my lesson. I was like, never say something that you don't completely understand. Next thing is to learn outside of your scope. Every person is your teacher. Like they say, every case, every individual you interact with at the hospital is your teacher. You have to learn about their story, right? What contributed to the story? A lot of people turn to alcohol or drugs or have these conditions because they have a certain story. There's always a cause behind every disease. There's a cause in the body, but there's even a deeper cause, whether it's a genetic cause, whether it's an environmental cause, but there's always a cause for every effect. That's like a law of the world. So learn the story to learn the deeper cause behind all things. So that's the medical learning outside your scope. The second portion of learning outside your scope is the philosophical, psychological portion. I use a hospital as like a learning of, medicine, but a study of human nature. It's just a bunch of people in a room interacting, in a building interacting. Some people have trained longer than others. Some people make more money than others. Some people are more outgoing, more charismatic. Some people like their job more than others. But again, it's a study of human nature. It's a bunch of individuals in a room. There's so many lessons that are outside of just disease processes. So again, learn outside your scope. Learn about communication, learn about human beings, learn about body language, learn about what are the signs when someone is frustrated, learn about the signs when someone is happy or angry, learn about how human beings deal with grief, how to deal with end of life. Those are things you can learn. That's what I've been learning on the floors. So you have to learn outside the scope. You have to, what they used to say it in like my country, my home country, is like whenever you have a towel, you need to like milk it. You have to milk the cow, get everything, get all the juice out the lemon. That's what you want to do on the floors. So again, we talked about expectations. You meet your mentor, and through your mentor, you learn the expectations. Less is more. Only say things you know. Speak about what you know. Third is to learn outside the scope. Okay, and that kind of coincides with using all your cases or other people you meet as teaching opportunities. So again, guys, those are 4 things that I learned about surviving the floors as a third-year medical student. I hope you found value. I hope you'll take some of the advice. Take whatever you can. Again, chew the meat, spit out the fat. Until next time, fam. Peace.